the beauty of data packs. So I'm halfway through converting another system into a data pack, and it's not worth it. No. So I've done what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done maybe a third of the system, and it is already much worse. So we just turn on straight away, always active. You can see it jumps up that little chunk. Not good, not good. And if we time gate it, like we initially had with the system, it's a bit better. Still pretty bad, so this is always active, so this is the time gated version. Turn it off. It should go down a little bit more. We should hit that 20 range. So the issue with this one is, as a data pack, it is essentially cycling through all the commands, whereas as a system here, it has conditional statements. Therefore, this command block doesn't run unless this command block is successful, regardless of whether or not it's powered, meaning that only in the situations where the whole chain needs to run does it obviously run and generates tick lag. So yeah, wasted effort. This system did not need to be converted because it is better off as a massive command block system. It just runs more effectively because it is segmented. I need to sort of look into it because there might be a way to make conditional statements in data packs. I don't see how. The only thing I can think about is if blah blah blah, then it calls upon another function. Also, it's such weird spikes sometimes. It must be entities loading or something like that. This map is taking a lot of work. It's good though. It's heading in the right direction. We've cut down on tick lag considerably, considering we were in the 40s and everything was yellow and orange. Now it's yellow and green. But the biggest task is deciphering what needs to be a data pack and what needs to be left as is, because it runs more efficiently as a command block structure rather than a data pack. Pretty sure this in here though definitely needs to be converted. Well, I don't know. I think the quantity is somewhat of the issue as well. So I have converted part of this system already. I think these command blocks here. So we can go ahead and run that and see if it causes any issue. So function, which one is it? This do not load. So I think I showed this in the other video, but this as a data pack is horrendous as opposed to in-game and keeping it segmented. It works a lot better. No, it should be the weapon art. So down here, weapon arts, great. There we go, perfect. So what's our tick lag looking like? Turn it on. Look at that. A little bit of change, but nothing too horrendous. And that is how many command blocks? It should be this chain all the way down. This chain, this chain, this chain, this chain. It is still a fair few, right? Because it starts all the way here. Yeah. So it's these command blocks, this whole row, then this row, then this row. Not this line at the end, I do believe. Yep, not that line. Not this line, but then this one and this one. What about this one? No. So yeah, so that's a fair few command blocks that I have cut out and made into a function data pack, however you want to refer to it, and it has made a decent difference, I think. Then, because this isn't running at the same time, I should say. So maybe converting everything above us and the other lines here might be better off as a data pack. Again, it's kind of a pain in the ass because I don't want to invest the time in converting it if it turns out like the weapon effects, because that was a huge chain, or the traps. You don't really know what systems I'm talking about. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is I don't want to copy and paste everything because I don't really have notes. I just have to copy and paste this into the data pack and then determine whether or not it runs better than it does right now. So I think I'll tackle the commands that I know are problematic, and then hopefully that's gotten the baseline down enough that this map can run. Because what do? I run it on my old laptop to see if it is stable enough, and currently no. The tick lag is horrendous. You can't really do anything. After modifying it like this, it should be a lot better to run on my laptop, my potato laptop. And yeah, as long as I can get working on that, I think the map is golden, good to go. Is will be such a relief because it's really, really taking a toll. Should this be cut? Yeah, this should be cut. Then this should be cut too. Yeah, why am I keeping this line? These lines get cut. We can probably turn this system on. I'd have to activate a bunch of them. And then there's also reshaping and remodeling the map, because the idea was just to build around all the command block structures, but I gutted a decent chunk of them. We will turn these on. I'll turn them on and see if there's a noticeable change in the lag. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. I think that's everything I need to delete deleted. Yeah, we'll just make our way out. And I guess I will turn all of these on. On steady. And we will see what it does exactly. Right, so I have turned it on. Aside from the peaking of that little 200 or whatever MS Max, it's not actually as bad of a system as I think. So I think it is time gated enough. What timer are these on? These are on 3-second timers. That it doesn't cause a toll, and I think if I convert it into a function, it will be significantly worse, to be honest, because of the enormous amount of commands that are running. Granted, I could then, time gate it as well, put it on a 3-second timer, but I believe these themselves are segmented. So 16, they all don't run in the same tick, no, which is the plus side too. So not only are they gated in 3-second intervals, they're gated not running one after the other. No, they are technically running one after the other. They're not running within the same tick. So as a function, I'd have to create multiple functions of these so that they're segmented enough that they don't cause tick lag. That's a mouthful. So I think there's no necessity there. Granted, if I was doing this map again, what I've learnt is you're better off using data packs, but you really have to limit them. So you can't just pile on command after command. If you segment them in stages, limit it to, I don't know, like 50 commands per function, and then call upon the functions in a orderly manner, that's where you save a lot of the lag issues. So data packs in themselves are not foolproof. In fact, they very much catch out a fool, such as I. Should just learn how to mod. That would make this a lot easier. Oh well, what other systems can we do? So I don't think I'm going to touch any of these. Well, maybe the spore system down here, or this system actually. Anything that's, again, purple, that's the easiest way to tell. Probably convert over, so that system, this system, that system, whatever that system is, the FX. So I do have an issue with this. So the particle command is obviously by and large the worst, because you need to significantly time gate it, and even if you time gate it, generating all the particles in a single tick is the issue. So I don't think I can do anything with these, because the sound one maybe, but the particle system I can't put as a function, because it would be horrendous as a function. Again, you'd have to segment it, so you'd almost have to create functions for each particle element so that they run separately, whereas I just have a toggle here. So if you want the extra FX, particle effects, you can click it on, and it shouldn't take too much of a toll, I don't think, right? So the peak up, should peak up a little. It looks like it's only gone up 1 ms. Turn off. Go back down to 22 maybe? Give it a second. No. Either way, it's not causing a lot of drama, because they're waiting for X thing to happen to actually run. So yeah, this is my life. My map should be done. Instead, I need to rip out parts of it, convert it into functions, and then put it back. Maybe this one too, the loot system. Although I've never actually looked at the loot system when, it generates. So for instance, if I drop Shard of Power onto the middle here, can I find it? There. To generate a loot box. Nope, it's not, because I've deleted the shulker system. Where are you? There. Function. Really take caps off. Which one is it? Should be shulk exchange. There we go. Does this cause lag? Well, neither of those really caused a lot of lag. But we do have the loot box here. this is a pretty crappy one. Strength 2, me. The Lost Dragon Archer tab, good. Got 3 slots. Everything else, eh. But it didn't spike, so I guess I don't need to convert that one. The mob systems, I definitely can't. The boss scoreboards, maybe. I think just gating them as I'm doing is the better bet. So yeah, so maybe, from the looks of it, it's just going to be these systems down here, and then I can finally get building. Then it's just the advancements, and we get to play. And hopefully I've done enough that the map is playable. Even this can be gated by a timer function. So it would just be, you know, executes, blah, blah, blah. I think you meant to use the score. I always do at P. And not if. It should be if. Sorry, not at. It should be if entity at P scores equals, I don't know, time of 3 seconds would do. Like that. Turn back on, and it shouldn't cause as much of an issue, because it is gated now. I do have to work out those little spikes. That's the biggest thing. That's the easier way. Whatever's running on these spikes I need to find and turn off. Or just split up, I should say. So you know what, actually, these columns. I think these columns as well might need a little adjusting. Getting there. A little bit of a map update for you, for anyone interested. It will be released soonish. Hopefully. As long as I don't run into any more issues. Really curious what the spike is. It has to be some sort of entity loading. This hub in itself is... So, you know what? I betcha it's this. When this gets loaded. When I say loaded, like visually. There's probably a better way to do randomize as well. Again, this being my first map, I just want to get out. And then I already have a few better ideas and a lot of these systems where I can build upon them and make them significantly better through data packs. I'd still probably blend in command blocks through, you know, understanding what I do know about tick lag. There's a happy middle ground that needs to be reached. One is not significantly better than the other, despite what you might read online. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. So yeah,